This is the second episode of my series on Jaleos, the Art of Jalear. If you haven't seen the first one yet, I really recommend watching that first. It sets the stage for everything we'll talk about here. In that episode, I looked at Jaleos from a different angle, not so much what they say, but what they do. We talked about two big functions of Jaleos that often overlap: their emotional and social side and their musical interactive side. Today we are going to focus on that first one, the emotional and social role of Jaleos in flamenco. Vámonos! Hi, I'm Guillermo Guillen for FlamencoMAPS. Welcome to my channel. Jaleos aren't unique to flamenco, and when you think about it, it's not even limited to music or dance. You find them in bullfight, sports, comedy shows.
I said, you know what? I'll do it. Thank you.
Poetry slams.
The knowledge they gained came not from a witch or a genie, but from a teacher, a neighbor, a mentor, a savior, a man named Mr. Feeney.
It's something very human, very spontaneous. They tap into a deeply human impulse to be part of the group, to participate, to respond, to share. But back to music. Many musical traditions around the world have their own versions.
We like to encourage people to sort of participate in the music as much as possible, in the sense that it's the actual sounds that you make when you're listening to Irish traditional music that is very important.
Irish traditional music, gospel music, jazz, Indian classical, Arabic music, West African drumming, Afro-Cuban and Latin music, hip-hop and freestyle battles, and many others. They might take different shapes, like just an applause or a shout, a word, a cheer.
In different parts of the country, you'll have people will make sounds like that type of thing. Then in other parts of the country, you'll have people who will just go, that's the kind of best they can manage. And then in different parts of the country, up ya baya, and that kind of thing, you see.
But they all serve the same purpose: connection. They are acts of presence, communication, and participation.
So we'd like to encourage people to do that. That'd be your sort of, I mean, you'll be convinced that you had a great time all together.
At their heart, Jaleos build community, and they plug us right into the social side of flamenco. Because anyone can join in with Jaleos in an open and shared dialogue among everyone in the room, dissolving boundaries between performers and audience. A lot of times we think that only the palmeros and palmeras are supposed to do Jaleos. And yeah, it's part of their job, it's part of what they do, but they are definitely not the only ones. Everyone's invited to jump in and share the moment. Jaleos can come from anyone on stage or off stage, from the audience to the dancer. From the guitarist to the singer. From the singer to the guitarist. Ole. From the dancer to the guitarist. they flow freely from anyone to anyone else. So from this emotional and social perspective, we can actually spot at least 4 kinds of Jaleos. They are Jaleos of support or encouragement, Jaleos that mark the fulfillment of an expectation, Jaleos of acknowledgement, and then what I call the Jaleos de rescate, the rescue Jaleos. The most common and obvious social function of a Jaleo is to show support, usually for whoever is in the spotlight or the whole group. It's a way to say, I'm here with you, I feel what you're doing, keep going. Basically, you encourage, compliment, or energize, stimulate the person. It can literally be anything that shows that you are there with them, that you're ready to lift the energy, keep the fire burning, and share the moment together. And you can do this in many different ways, which we'll explore in the next video. Another really important function of Jaleos is to express that feeling of fulfillment of an expectation as a group. As I always explain, everything in flamenco revolves around tension and resolution. Rhythmically, harmonically, melodically, poetically, choreographically, and energetically. One of the main goals in flamenco is simply to rematar beautifully together. The artists build tension, and when the release lands perfectly together as a group reaching the moment everyone has been waiting for, a jaleo follows. It marks that moment of fulfillment, signaling the satisfaction of an expectation met. When everything goes as planned, we celebrate. And it's that shared, yes, we nailed it, feeling that connects everyone in the moment. Sometimes it's not the fulfillment of an expectation, but the reward for a surprising twist when an unexpected and interesting turn in the music or movement catches the audience or the other musicians off guard. Like breaking a pattern, switching to another tempo, or throwing in an extra remate that catches everyone by surprise and makes them all close again. It's playful and people love it. In that same spirit of connection and support, a jaleo can be a way to recognize and celebrate a moment that touched you, moved you, or impressed you, like a beautifully personal series of melismas. Or a difficult picao. Or a challenging and risky remate. You can celebrate a cambio, like a rhythmic change that went very smoothly, like here from a 4-beat compass to a bulería compass. It's a spontaneous marker of recognition, a way of saying, I see what you just did and that was awesome. There is a type of jaleos we rarely talk about because we don't want them to happen. But when they do, they are like a rescue mission, the ones that I call jaleos de rescate. They are the sweet, sometimes slightly tragic jaleos we throw out when a compañero or ourselves slip out of compass or something goes wrong. It's our way of saying, I got you, no worries, it's all good, let's keep having fun. The purely emotional and social jaleos are spontaneous by nature. They arise naturally from the moment and don't have to follow any rules. You don't need a license, content, delivery, timing, tone, they are all free. You don't need to calculate them, you just need to feel. Feel the moment, open your mouth, and yes, ideally speak a little Spanish, but sincerity matters most. There's obviously a lot of respect, listening, sensitivity, and good common sense involved. For example, if someone is singing a delicate line of a malagueña, you probably don't want to shout "Toma ya!" right in the middle of the tercio. But in a fiesta por bulería, anything is fine. Todo vale. When to do them is a very frequent question. Think of it like a good conversation. You don't want to interrupt. You wait maybe for a silence, a respiro, a breath, a break, a cierre. That's when it lands best, but it's not a rule either. Keep your jaleos organic. If they turn into tired cliches, they lose their power. There is no rule about how many jaleos you can throw either. Like everything else, it's all about balance. No jaleos at all, the performance can feel plain, empty, tasteless, cold, as Enrique el Cojo would say.
Fuera. Esto está frío. ¿Dónde baila flamenco? Muchacho, venga, canta.
Too many jaleos, it's like over-seasoning. As in cooking, balance is everything. It can overwhelm and distract. To master the emotional and social jaleos, you need presence, openness, and sensitivity. Listen deeply, feel the moment, and respond naturally without overthinking. Expression matters more than strict rhythm. Tune into the energy, not the metronome. Sometimes you have to trust your gut and don't hesitate to connect vocally. These social and emotional jaleos come from shared experience, not technical training. They are about being present with and for others. Easier said than done, right? I know, and this is why we have to start by learning many jaleos by heart. And one of the upcoming videos will cover this. But be sure to choose, digest them, and then recombine, reinvent. Your jaleos must be uniquely yours. Another very important thing is to listen to flamenco or watch performances, videos, or go to live shows and pay attention to the jaleos. And then try to reproduce them. First, try to imitate the intention, the pronunciation, and soon you'll see it will all infuse your own system. So most of the jaleos we've seen so far are emotionally driven. They are free, unconstrained by rhythm. They happen when they happen. But there is another kind of jaleo that's a whole different animal, musical and interactive jaleos. The ones that go beyond pure emotion and serve a clear purpose in the performance. Those that must be carefully placed in compass, in structure, that carry musical weight and take the interaction between artists to another level. That's what we'll see in the next video. And that's it for today. I hope it helped. If it helped, remember, you can help me. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, any comment or question down in the comment section and I'll answer to you. Also go and visit FlamencoMAPS.com where I explain my classes, my courses and my way of teaching flamenco. I'll see you in the next video. Toma.